can roleplay however you want. I'm gonna rustle
Good to
up
know. Good
and
to know.
hand out in just a moment.
I finish like wiping the bit of my drink off my lip with my index finger knuckle as I set down my glass, and I look over at Redbird, and wait, that's not your character's name,
Mary.
Mary. I look over at Mary and I say, "These are really good. You should try one." It's called a it's called
No,
a
I
it's
don't
called
drink
a
on the
dead
job.
it's called a dead Nazi.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it when I get back home.
Okay then,
Any type
more
of
for me.
job any type of job I really drink on.
Okay then, more for me, I guess. And I knock on the bar.
All right. The bartender walks up to you. Yes, can I help you?
May I have another?
Of course. He makes another dead Nazi for you.
All right. You make these pretty good. How long you been a bartender?
About 20 something years.
Huh. What's the most exciting thing you've seen in here?
In here, a bar brawl, of course, that ended with a fatality. But the bouncers are pretty quick to make sure there wasn't more than just one fatality. The guy
Mm.
is basically an older gentleman, probably in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
I think the better question is, what's the most interesting you've seen out of here?
Well, quite a few things, but I'd really not get into it. Any other drinks? Any either of you want?
Apparently she doesn't drink on the job. I'm just saying, live a little.
Yeah, I agree. He smirks a bit, mostly at Mary, but then finishes making her drink, and of course lines it over to you.
Hey, thanks, barkeep. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Alfred.
Oh, I'm
Kind
Mercury
of wonder
One.
if it's his real name, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm Mercury One. It's a moniker, but it's
Of
for my
course.
own safety.
Well, welcome to the last stand.
Thank you.
Alfred then
Go ahead and
just kind of
call me.
hovers around because there's no other customers. The whole place is reserved, and that's when you see.
Go ahead and call me.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead, Redbird.
we should say Go ahead and call me Abigail. Now, I'm curious, Alfred. You're an old man in a profession where men die young. Is it because you're skilled or because you joined late?
He shrugs as if that's an answer to your character, Redbird, and that's when you see Special Agent in Charge Mark Whittinger walk in. You would have got a heads up that's the guy you're beating. So
How are you, Wit?
he nods at Mercury One, takes a seat at the bar, asks for a double shot of whiskey. Neat, and that's when Alfred makes it for him. And once he's got his drink made, he offers a toast. Like, hopefully you live in this one. But haven't you outlived them all? He looks at both Mary and Mercury One.
I have my fair share of experience, but perhaps more than I would like, truth be told.
I'm guessing from that remark you mean to pay us a lot for this one, since it's so
Oh yes,
dangerous.
quite a bit.
That's
Mark
what I'm
looks at
looking
you.
for.
Of course, you'll get more than your fair share. Whittinger says. Uh, you know, in the encrypted emails you've been getting back and forth from the agency, program agency, and the occasional one from Mark, we'll just say that you've obviously had time to read them in the past day or so. Whittinger is your case officer, basically your handler, as is obvious, and you're being paid 1,000,000 credits, which is a lot of money, obviously.
Right on.
And you're getting 250,000 on top of that as a signing bonus. Now, this game mechanically we don't really track money too heavily,
Yeah,
but
because it's a one shot.
but yeah, that too. So you already got 250K just into your account. So you see like a ding in your phone or tablet or what have you, especially both of you. And That's when Mark just drinks his
My
whiskey down real fast. Go ahead, sorry.
my AI buddy, like my AI pocket buddy, notifies me.
Sounds
$1
about
million.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. So, Special Agent in charge, Mark, works for the UEN Public Safety Division. Is all you know about him. Not too much else. So he finishes and gulps down his double shot, and then looks up and says, "You know, it's an open bar, but I'm not sure how much you want to get sauce before this one. Very simple. Uh, wet work, of course. I'm sure it'll be right up your alley, both of you. There's a certain person of interest that needs to be eliminated quickly. Currently, he's in Kensington. I'm not sure how much you know about Philadelphia, but it's not the best place to be."
City of brotherly love, AIDS capital of the world. Great place.
Mark cracks a smile and chuckles. But yes, Kensington, he's there somewhere, but we do have a few areas where he might be, thanks to surveillance. He then just uploads and proximity area network to your devices, and some short video clips, and also still of traffic cameras that basically caught where this person of interest has gone. I don't think have a picture. Do I have a picture? Oh, this was a pretty last moment one shot, so my bad. Oh yes, I do have a picture of this guy. He's right here. So this guy, he mentions to you, Victor Harris is your person of interest who must be eliminated. Billionaire or not, he's getting what's coming to him, is what Mark Whittinger tells you.
Looks like a real
Okay.
scumbag.
Okay, well, let's talk business. It seems to be discreet, or
It doesn't
there's
matter
a
at this
random.
point.
Okay,
He does have
but
some
I'm assuming.
bodyguards with him. He tells you all, and says he has 2 bodyguards with him at any given time. Cyborgs of some sort or another, in black suits. Well, they should be pretty obvious on the street, the 3 of them. But billionaire or not, his days are coming to an end.
Anyway, I'm assuming standard rules apply. Program is to obviously not be implicated in anything.
Mark looks at you and just shrugs and says, "We have a cleanup crew on standby." Doesn't
Okay,
matter at this
so
point. Just try to minimize bystander casualties. But this Mr. Harris is a cult leader. Can't keep him around forever.
cult leader. We talking the scam. I won't scammers, as in give me $500 every week and here's some weak
Does it really
self-help
matter at
stuff.
this point? He looks at Mary.
Yes,
The
it does,
church.
because one's a
Rolls his
grifter and
eyes
the
at
other's a
Mary.
wizard.
He says, "The Church of the Golden Dawn has been on our radar for quite a bit. Decades even. They are more than just grifters. They're multi-level marketing scheme scumbags of the highest degree. He made his billions of credits off the backs of others. Scams, and he puts air quotes up, donations." Any other questions to make your moral fiber any better, Mary? He looks at Redbird's character.
It's not about moral fiber. I know how dangerous he is. Are we talking, like I said, are we talking some big time scammers, or are we talking people that actually, well, have their methods?
He shrugs at Mary. "If we knew everything, we wouldn't just have 2 of you. We would probably have a much larger team pinpointed on his weakness. All I know is he has 2 bodyguards, and he may or may not know magic." And at this point, Mercury One may or may not respond however you wish. It's up to you as a player to how much you know about magic in this setting. It's
Yes,
not very commonly known.
I once roleplayed a character who didn't believe in magic or monsters until she saw one, and she freaked the f out.
Yeah, that's Delta Green for you. But anyway, you can roleplay however you want. He just mentions magic kind of casually.
Huh.
You're,
I don't know much about the occult. What do you mean?
well, you know, some hypergeometry can be used at the expense of the individual group It could even melt people. You know,
Well,
like
that's-
those old Indiana Jones movies. He shrugs at you. Not that I've seen it in person, says Whittinger, but
Oh,
You
supposedly
mean
it exists.
actual magic?
yes.
Mark
Look,
nods.
I've dealt with the Golden Dawn before. While most of them aren't magical, some of them seem to know a thing or two.
I might add of
That's
varying degrees. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that's hella sketchy.
Well, it's more than
Would
sketchy,
you
but
like
yes.
your fee to be higher in case of unknowns? He looks at Mercury One.
No, 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 no. I've already accepted the contract, so that won't be necessary.
Very good. He taps his index finger against the bar, and Alfred comes over. And Mark orders another double shot of whiskey, just like before.
Right.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
limit
more
myself to
questions.
2.
Please don't all talk at once. What was that, Gargamon?
I'm gonna limit myself to 2.
That sounds good. Redbeard, what were you saying?
Okay, more questions. Do we have a green box in the area, or just a simple getting it out?
Mark looks at Mary and shrugs again. If you had a green box, I would have already told you. Besides, this needs to be done quickly, hopefully within the hour. Before Mr. Harris leaves the city altogether. He is projected to
Within
leave
the
by...
hour.
Yes, he's projected to leave by private jet.
Hmm.
We're not exactly sure. A lot of unknowns, like I said. But hopefully you'll be able to take care of this problem.
How are we gonna infill and exfil?
Speaking of infill, that is a good question. We have provided you an armored car. He just kind of motions outside, and then puts a puts a old school key on there. Of course, we managed to put it to your biometric signature too, so you don't need the keys per se. But just in case, he slides the car key over. He tells you it's a armored SUV. It's a plain-looking one, so it just blends into the crowd of Philadelphia.
I'm gonna put it into my one of my utility pouches on my kit.
Sounds good. So basically, he says it's parked a few cars down the street. And, it is not a racing red, Mark says, nor a government black. A simple grayish car. You easily blend in as long as you don't drive too ridiculous, is what Mark says with a shrug. As for Xville, if you can't get out by your car, possibly improvise. Otherwise, we do have a VTOL on standby that should be in the area under the guise of a medevac vehicle. So just pretend to be injured or something. I'm sure you'll.
Does it have rescue rigging so it won't have to actually land to pick us up?
Yes, actually.
Excellent.
Good question. Now,
Okay.
assuming that you can't get out by the vehicle we've given you for infiltration and getting there, or exfil by the disguised VTOL, you'll just have to improvise, I'm sorry to say. It is a crowded city, even in the ghetto of Kensington. Good luck.
All right. I'm ready,
So
Mary.
you
How about
go-
you?
Yep, he gulps down his whiskey and just starts leaving via the back door.
Okay. Well, I brought some of my weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the armored car.
Okay, so you just go outside and just put your weapons in the armored car.
Yeah. And when
I assume you're doing it in like a discreet manner so it doesn't scream I'm
Uh,
putting lots of weapons
oh
in the car."
no, you see,
Okay.
Mary actually has a giant blinking neon sign, and the guns are uncovered.
Oh god, this is not
No,
GTA
no,
5.
they're all in duffel bags and stuff. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
okay, I'm just making sure. Alright. So who's driving? It's just a land car.
Let's see. My drive is 20.
Oof. Is it? Let me see.
Yeah, I
I
am
think
terrible.
my drive is moderately better.
I think his actually yeah, your driver's exactly default rating 20. Wow, that's bad.
Yeah. Oh, mine's 50.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary will drive.
Okay. Oh yeah. You have to drive. I'll
Anyway,
get that
as Mary gets in, people, and as her good old new pal gets in, she'll say, "By the way, if we get caught, that's a bit of a problem. None of my guns are registered."
Okay. Uh, neither are mine.
In fact, I am not registered. I'm not sure if it's my dossier, but long story short, the woman known as Mary Miller does not exist in any official capacity.
Speaking of dossier, you had no dossier on each other, just a name and a picture so you could at least identify each other in the
Yeah,
book.
that's why
That
Mary's
was it.
assuming he hasn't read hers.
Yeah, there's no dossier in each other. This is a thrown together mission because the guy you're trying to kill is only going to be here so long. Like he's going to be here 60 minutes or less. Speaking of which, are you going to drive there now from Center City? 'Cause you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, no, she's assuming she's getting it ready now.
Okay, so you get a 20% bonus. So you just roll drive and hopefully don't roll terribly.
Don't roll terribly. Why would you say that?
There's a lot of traffic even in 20-25 days in Philly, from Center City to Kensington.
Look.
So just don't fail. Oh,
Or
okay,
not.
there you go. You're good. So you don't have to worry about
Yay.
getting stuck in traffic or what have you, or someone driving into you as you try to make a left turn. Either way, you're now in the ghettos of Kensington. Basically, it's a lot of projects, as one would expect. If you've ever been in Kensington, Philadelphia, I used to live there. So, not Kensington specifically, but Philadelphia. It's just a lot of people milling around the corner who clearly have been there for a while and aren't looking for a job. They're just smoking cigarettes. Lucy dealers at the corner shouting out. They got loose cigarettes for sale, etc. for so many credits. The occasional drug deal that is more or less obvious, or because cops don't tend to go in Kensington. They're in there pretty fast and then they leave. So, there's a lot of rundown buildings, crack houses, etc. Some more obvious than others. And eventually, you realize on your dashboard, you have there's a tracker beacon on the vehicle of your mark, Victor Harris. So his vehicle is just cruising around, a more or less plain-looking, not a limo. It just he's just in a vintage Toyota Corolla of all things. So while it doesn't scream rich billionaire, it kind of does, because it's like a 2035 Toyota Corolla in a 2086 era. But like I have enough money to buy a 50-year-old car and keep it running, kind of money. But yeah. So you might want to roll alertness checks if you're looking out for them, because it's just a lot of traffic every now and then. At the time of day, it would be early evening, so it's about rush hour. People coming in. Oh wow. Okay, guess
That's
not.
rough.
Yeah. Well, someone make an alertness check. Oh wow, both of you failed.
We fail the op because neither one of us finds him.
No, you will find them eventually. Like you said, you have a tracker beacon on them. You just can't pick them out from the traffic. You roll up to where his vintage Toyota Corolla is. It's parked on the street. You just don't see them anywhere, the three guys. His two bodyguards and Harris. You just can't pick them out from the crowd.
Okay,
There are
God,
occasional
programs
people in
getting...
suits, but, can't figure out which one's which. There's hundreds of people within a given half block, for example.
Swear to God, their program's getting sloppy.
Okay, so you're just standing out in the street or in your car or wherever you want to be. You can't find this Victor Harris guy yet. If you do find his car, just sitting there.
We could wait by it, but how much would bet if he's gonna come in tow of his bodyguards?
The better question first is: are you in the car, or did you dismount from the car?
Mary's not in the car yet.
Yeah, we're still in the car, like, down the street from where they parked, and we're just like looking at the car, looking around, and like not noticing where they went to.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
no idea where they went.
I'm like, look, I'll pay a bum to go take a shit on the car, and then whoever comes out to the car we'll capture him and interrogate him and to see which way to go. That's
That's
actually
that's
one
all
way
I
to-
got.
yeah,
That's all I
that's a
got.
really
Well,
good idea.
That's one way to get it done, I guess.
Okay.
Cause
Wanna-
I got this stun gun, and I'm good at grappling.
mhm.
I'll be putting my armor on.
Okay, so you put on your armor, Redbird, and then you got the stun gun ready. He's already in an EVA suit, so that put on his armor.
Yeah.
Armored EVA suit. So, all right, you just offer to give like a low cred amount, cred stick to a random bum, take a shit on the car.
Yeah.
That's the first time
And then
I've heard someone do that in these games.
yeah.
But hey, it works.
It's just like I pay him to just like, hey buddy, go walk up on top of the not the hood but the roof of the car and just drop trowel and take a shit, and I'll pay you.
Honestly,
I'll
yeah,
pay
I
you
don't
when
know.
you come back.
He's probably like, pay me, I'll do it for free, but okay.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, he's some crazy-eyed bum, and he's just kind of like, all right, sure, I'll do it for free, but okay. You know, he's not gonna turn down money. Why
Yeah.
not? All right, so you see him, he does that, and at this point, you see a guy in a black suit. It's pretty obvious, with sunglasses on. He comes up and starts yelling at the street guy, and it's like, hey, get off the car!
And I walk over there and I hand the stick to the bum and I'm like, here man, take this, just go get yourself some dinner or something, get washed up. Sorry about that, man. It's just a bum. Hey.
Alright. So the guy in the black suit, one of his bodyguards you remember from the photos and videos, he looks at you angrily and says, "What? Who the fuck does that kind of shit around here?"
I draw my stun gun and just shoot him.
Sounds good. That's a firearm check because it's a shooting thing.
All right.
You'll probably get plus 20.
Yeah, it's point blank bonus, so it's 20% bonus.
Yeah.
So technically that is not a failure. So uncheck that box.
Okay.
And, yeah, you actually do hit him. So that will knock him out, or
Alright.
at least fill him over 50,000 volts. He's not. Yeah, he's not gonna bother.
I'm
He's
gonna
not gonna bother rolling anything. He's just down.
grab him by the wrist and like drag him into a nearby alley.
Sounds good.
And I'll pull out like some zip ties from like my utility pouch or whatever,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna hog tie him, and then just like grab some soft trash from one of the nearby trash cans and stuff it in his mouth in case he starts yelling or screaming or whatever.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then
Dirty rags to do that.
yeah. And then I'm just gonna kind of roll him onto his side, so if he vomits, it won't, kill him or anything. And I'm just gonna start flicking the back of his head until he fucking wakes up, just like flick,
At
flick.
this point,
That's a
I'm
pretty good
flick.
deal, yeah.
I'm assuming Mary has seen enough, or at the very
Yeah.
least.
Well,
Yeah.
Mary, you would see him just drag him out. You're seeing
Oh,
where
dang,
the partner
already.
went.
Okay.
So yeah, make another alertness check though, Mary, because you're in the regular street near the MSR
Yeah.
main service road. So you may or may not see
Hey.
anything. Did you actually succeed? Oh, you succeeded. All right, so about 20 meters off, down the street, away from where you are standing near the vintage Corolla, and near the mouth of the alleyway where that Mercury one dragged the guy into, you would see in the crowd another guy in a black suit, but no Victor Harris for some reason. So this other guy in the black suit looks almost like the twin brother of the one that's been captured. Kind of weird, but it is.
How weird.
I mean, he matches the description of the two guards over with him in the stills and whatnot. But now that you
Okay,
kind of
well.
look at him, he looks kind of like twin brother of the other guy. He's not wearing sunglasses
Yeah.
though. Is the difference? Got
Is he looking around and
soulless
stuff,
blue
or?
eyes. Yes, with the soulless blue eyes, he's looking around, but he hasn't detected apparently where you are. He's obviously seen
Okay.
the bomb stagger off, but otherwise he's
Well,
approaching you.
she'll go in the alleyway then.
Okay, you go in the alleyway, and you see Mercury one just flicking the guy.
Hmm.
At this point, the first one guard, he's woken up, so to speak, and he's stopped flopping around like a dead fish. So he makes a lot of noises, but otherwise can't really say anything with
Um,
Shit is-
I put my stun gun away, like in the holster or whatever,
Mhm.
and I draw my Glock 52 with red dot,
Mhm.
and I put it right between his eyes, and I say,
His eyes widen.
shut the fuck up."
Yep, he stops making noises and his eyes widen.
And I say, "Don't you fucking even think about screaming." And I fucking pull the rag out of his mouth, but just like enough to fucking drop it on the ground, and then I cover his mouth up with my hand.
Okay. He follows as directed.
And I say, "Who the fuck do you work for?" And then I kind of lift my hand up a little bit so he can reply.
Mr. Harris, Mr. Harris.
And then I cover his mouth up again. And I look around for Mary.
Yeah, Mary's walking up at this
You,
point.
yeah, you see her just kind of going out of the way, but have the back turned towards you and the guy, looking out for anyone being a bit too curious.
Yeah, no one cares. It's the ghetto, really.
And then I ask him,
Yeah,
where the fuck is he? And I kind of uncover his mouth a little bit.
He says, he's using the bathroom.
And then cover his mouth up again. And I ask
a
him,
lot of bathrooms in Kensington.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever.
yeah. I ask him how many guards are on your detail, and then I slightly,
Sure.
uncover his mouth a little bit.
He says, one more. That's it.
I'm gonna look really closely in his eyes. Can I tell?
That's-
Like,
That's a human intelligence roll. Human.
all right,
Human.
human.
Intelligence line.
I'll have to roll with you. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah, both
Shit.
of you can roll if you want to at this point.
Success.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you can tell he's scared shitless and he's not lying.
He's not lying. I don't think so, at least. Anyway.
All right. I cover his mouth up again, and I tell Mary to draw my stun gun and zap him again.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, you don't have to roll anything if you want to.
She asked him one last question.
Oh,
So there are a lot of bathrooms in Kensington. Where is he using the bathroom?
and I uncover his mouth.
Yeah, he just tells you the Burger King. It's the only one around.
Okay, she will quickly look on her phone and search for Burger King to make sure he is not lying.
Well, you can either multitask and draw the stun gun and zap him and while look it up, or you can just do one or the other first. It's up to you, Redbird.
Well, she's doing the Burger King thing first.
Okay. Well, keep in mind you have less than 55 minutes. Remember, you were told that by the
Mhm.
handler. But okay. Yeah, you look it up pretty quickly. You don't have to roll anything. It's pretty fast. And you see that the Burger King is about 2 blocks to the northeast.
2 blocks
Follow them.
northeast.
Yep.
She takes the stun gun and zaps him.
Okay. Yeah,
And
he's out. He's out.
I stuff the rag back into his mouth.
Okay.
And then kind of cover him up with like trash and stuff.
Yeah, you
and-
just leave him there.
Yeah, I just leave him there, and I'm like, "Hey, where's the where's the fucking Burger King?" To
2 blocks
Mary.
here.
Okay.
She'll show you the Google Maps instructions I'm
there's
assuming
a-
she's using.
Street directions.
Uh,
to walk
she'll
there,
also
to
say,
arrive there.
By the way, the other bodyguard was snooping around. I'm not sure if he knows what's going on, but there'll be an alert soon.
Yeah, he's basically halfway between you and the Burger King. Last you saw, Mary saw him walking towards the direction of the Burger King, which all makes sense at this point.
Yeah. All right. You want me to distract the guard, or you want me to do the trigger man shit?
Let's do some scouting first. See how big that Burger King is.
Okay. You want to take out the other guard first, or you just want to go straight there?
Straight there.
Okay.
You could always take a circuitous route around
Okay.
him. But the
Yeah.
direct route
I think
either
we should go through the
back-
alley. Yeah, I think we should go through the alley to get to the Burger King, if we can, That way we might be a little closer to where the bathroom is. Like if there's a back door to the Burger King that we can pop open somehow, or
Yeah.
if it's even just open because they're throwing away trash or something. Who knows?
I mean, it's a restaurant. They're gonna have a back
Yeah, I
entryway
mean,
Yeah.
to throw away trash and whatnot.
uh,
So you could take a back alley area, or you could just walk along the MSR. It's up to you guys.
Yeah. I think we should take the back alley to the Burger King. What do you
Okay.
think?
okay. That works, yeah.
Okay.
She also says, good thing about Burger King is that they won't question why I'm in armor.
Yeah, if we
this
if we
day
go
and
in the
age.
back door, yeah.
Yeah.
In
I mean, look,
2086,
uh,
like even
uh,
Burger King employees wear body armor.
honestly, I feel like at this point it's Kensington. Like she's in body armor. No one's gonna be like, oh, why is the lady in body armor?
Yeah, it's the dark future. They don't care. Sometimes employees show up in EVA suits that are armored EVA suits. It's
Yeah.
just a weird future.
Oh, also,
okay?
just to be clear, you would see that Mary has the basically where a future equivalent of an M16 is.
Okay.
So like
Well, they might
standard issue
question
rifle.
they might
She's
question
not
an M16.
bringing it in quite.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
tell me how you enter by the staff entrance.
I'm
I
just saying she had it while she was outside.
I got my Sig M7 with me. I got everything on me.
That's concealable, yeah. What
Yeah.
about you, Redbird? You concealing
No,
your
she'll
assault rifle?
she'll quickly actually bring her assault rifle back to her car and back to the car and just go in with like the Glock and
Well,
stuff.
may I recommend that it's faster to just break and disassemble your weapon than it is to go all the way back to your parked vehicle, go all the way back
You know,
to the
good point.
alleyway. You're on
She'll
a
just use
time
her duffel bag
schedule.
then. Yeah, she'll just use her duffel bag.
If
Break
you
it
had
apart,
more
duffel bag.
free time to just, do things, then it'd be a different story. All right, so you
Yeah,
guys
they're
go.
fine.
You don't have to roll anything. You use the alleyways, and eventually you get up to the Burger King. You see a sign that says "Staff Entrance Burger King." As you walk up, a bunch of hobos are basically camping the dumpsters, waiting for them to throw out the day's food trash. But other than that, there's no one here in the alleyway. The door is also propped open, but normally
Nice.
seems to have some sort of key card access. But it would explain a lot. The bums are waiting for them to throw out trash. That's why it's propped open.
Yeah.
Hey, mister, says one of the bums.
Yeah.
Got, like, some money? I got 5 kids, and he just goes on a spiel about some made-up bullshit.
Just gonna crouch down in front of him and give him like the equivalent of today's like $20,
Sounds good.
and I'm gonna say get yourself a nice bottle, and I give him a pat on the shoulder, and I point down the alley, and I say go ahead, go.
Yeah, he takes his 4 other friends with him. It's like, oh man, and they all immediately start jetting towards the nearest liquor store. So, yeah, that effectively gets rid of any witnesses. So yeah, you go up to the staff entry. Like I said, the door's propped open. You can hear the sound of cooking and other movement inside the kitchen, just past the doorway.
So I'm gonna just quickly head in, like moving towards the dining area, looking for any kind of bathrooms or anything like that.
Sounds good. You don't have to roll for this one, but yeah, there's a staff restroom, and then there's also the restrooms both
For
male-
customers, yeah.
Yeah, for customers, male, female, and then you see one with a unicorn symbol. So like, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the gentleman's one. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from the unicorn.
All right.
Mary will stand outside.
Yeah, well, it's 2086. I'm just saying. But anyway, so you go to one of the 3, the gentleman's room. You go inside, and you see, in fact, Victor Harris. He's washing his hands.
Okay.
Now, let me roll randomly to see if there are any other people. So it'll be 1d4 minus 2. So there's a possibility there is people in there. Oh, yeah, there's one other person. He's taking a piss at the urinal.
Okay. I'm gonna walk right up to Victor, and I'm gonna point at the guy at the urinal and say he's got a gun.
Okay.
And
That's
I'm
a
gonna-
persuasion check.
I'm gonna.
100% bonus.
Okay.
No, because the guy might not believe you. It's the ghetto. For all
Yeah.
you know. Maybe you're lying.
Persuade. How do I give myself a 20% bonus?
Just do it
Well,
manually. Don't worry.
Okay.
About it.
Yeah, we'll add the most
Okay,
afterwards.
so you fail either
Ooh, really
way.
fail.
The guy stares at you, goes, "Piss off, buddy." see guns all the time. It continues to pass.
And I just draw my SIG and shoot him in the face.
Who are you shooting? Victor or the guy at the urinal?
Our target. Our target.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a firearms check with a 20% bonus. You're point blank. Oh, shit, you do hit him. Now, let's see. The SIG should do 1d10 damage. You gotta roll manually. It might be in your combat section.
Yeah, it's in my combat.
Yeah, so just roll.
I meant the SIG M7 one.
Oh, see, you should have the damage there. Oh, that does 1d12 damage. Whoa! So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna be merciful, and you'll see why. You're gonna do critical damage, which is times 2. So just click the 1d12, and it automatically does the times 2. Okay, yeah. You shoot him straight in the back of the head, and that would normally kill most people. But for this guy, when you crack open his head, you don't see brain matter like many other times. You see instead a pool of inky dark shadow just pour out of his head and begin to darken the entire restroom. Make a
Oh.
sanity check. Yeah, make a sanity check. And that's why I said, see why you needed to critically hit him. Does a lot of damage, yeah, but he's totally a fucking monster. So, roll sanity check. To do that, just click the sanity horizontal bar or whatever.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, where's the sanity skill? Derp.
Yeah, it's not a skill. It's a
Yep.
action. Yeah. Okay, so you make your check, but you lose 1d4. It could have been a lot worse. Basically, anyone who fails it loses like a d10 because it's kind of unnerving to see what just happened. So, go ahead and roll 1d4 for yourself, and that's how much sanity you lose. Okay, 3 is not bad. So you're down to 69, nice. But you can role play it however you want. There's literally semi-solid dark matter just pouring out of his head.
It gives me a startled jerk. Like I'm holding my pistol to the back of his head, and I just blew the back of his head off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see that, and I like jump, right? And I'm like, oh fuck, like that.
The guy at the urinal, you see, screams like he basically failed his sanity check. He screams and he runs and hides in a stall. He locks himself in. That's what the other guy does. But yeah, you see what was Victor Harris just kind of reform as the dark shadow more or less makes the entire bathroom a tad less habitable because all the lights immediately go out. So you're plunged in darkness. Luckily, you have an EVA suit, so you can just turn on your light.
I'm
But
assuming Mary
otherwise,
sees hear this.
Mary would hear lots of screaming in the bathroom, not from
Well,
Mercury 1, but from the guy who locked himself in the stall.
Mary quickly just assembles her rifle back and kicks the door in, more or less.
Oh, okay. I will say, are you sure? Because it is a Burger King full of people. But at the same time, you can if you want to.
Actually, no, that's a good point. I keep thinking like in real life, this Burger King is empty.
He works at a fast food restaurant in real life. But anyway, so
But
yeah,
no,
what do you do then?
but no, she'll just kind of walk in, but
Just walking
fit-
casually.
yeah, walking casually.
And you'll see all the lights are off, but in the sort of inky shadow. At this
Yeah,
point, you're going to have to make a sanity
Lord.
check too. Sorry, Redbird, not sorry.
Poor Mary.
Yeah, right? Hopefully you succeed.
Sanity. Odds aren't horrible, not the best either.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
bad.
so you also lose a d4, so lose a d4.
Come on.
Okay,
3.
Three's okay.
65 ain't horrible.
I just
It
just
could've
need
been worse.
to
It could've
take a
been
leak real quick. I'll be right
1d10.
back.
Yeah, no problem. I'll grab a new drink. Let's take a quick break.
Okay. Good old Mary.
Alright, I'm back. So, whenever everyone's back, we'll just continue the scene.
Hello, I'm everyone.
Oh. Well, everyone plus the one guy screaming in the bathroom stall, I guess.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he saw shit he didn't need to see.
It's okay. Maybe he'll run to the green after this. Smiley face.
Did you just say smiley face out loud?
Yes. You have a
Oh,
problem with it?
nah. I mean,
Good.
I don't care that much. Well, at least you didn't fail your sanity check. That would have been 1 to 10 loss. That would have been bad.
You know who would? You know who would else say smiley face out loud?
Mhm.
Zessia.
Yeah, but that's D&D. That's a completely different campaign rules there.
It is. God darn it. No one told me.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just really had to take a leak.
Hello,
It's
back.
okay,
I'm Redbird.
sometimes you gotta go, you know?
Yeah.
I grabbed a new drink anyway. So anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. We were about
We're
to do
crying.
initiative. So initiative in this game is dexterity score. You don't roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I gotta throw up Mr. Shadow Monsters. A home invade. Ah, that's right. Let's see. That was the last battle. So I just need everyone's initiative score. Mercury 1. What's yours? It is whatever that divided by 5 is. Your actual
9.
9. Okay.
Oh,
Everyone's at 9.
what my roll divided by 9 or
No,
divided
no,
by
no.
5?
You know, not. It's your actual score itself, not times 5. Times
Oh.
5 is
10 then, because it's my
10.
score
Yeah,
is.
that makes sense. Yeah. What's your dexterity score, Redbird? For Mary?
Mary's has a chill. I think that's 12. Yeah, she's at a no 13.
13's not bad. Not super fast, but it's pretty good.
I mean, but it's faster than average.
Faster than Monster Eris, who's only at 9. So
Faster
he's
than
actually
the
last.
monster.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and do this. So, Mary, you're first. You kick in the door, you see all
Yay.
this. An inky black darkness that seems to be everywhere, and all the lights are off in the restroom. And for whatever odd reason, all the faucets just turn on at once.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know, she's a monster. He has
Yeah,
a
it's your turn.
gun.
Yeah. Harris
Uh,
has poured out his head, apparently, full of inky black darkness.
you know,
It is your turn.
sometimes you just gotta shoot a fool.
Let me get. Okay. You totally hit.
D12.
Roll damage.
She has a special gun.
A special gun.
6 damage.
Okay. So, how I'm gonna say that is you aim and you shoot him right in the center of mass. You blast out his what would be his heart. However, he doesn't even seem to have internal organs. He's just more black inky mist seems to pour out. In fact, you don't even know if he has human anatomy at this point. Well, you're at least chipping away at what mortal shell he has. So maybe that's the way to defeat him. You're not quite sure. Either way, you're done for the turn unless you want to move, because you can move too.
No.
I mean, you can move into the restroom or just stand at the doorway. What do you want to do here?
She'll move in the restroom, actually. Yeah.
Alright, so you're in the men's restroom. Next is Mercury 1. You're standing right next to him. He hasn't attacked you or anything. He just seems to be a bunch of darkness pouring out of his what would have been a giant headshot wound. And then, of course, you know, center of mass wound. It's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot him with my stun gun.
That actually may do something different. Oh, that for some reason isn't marked right. But we'll take the 58. What's your firearms?
Oh, my fire. Okay. Yeah. Why
Yeah, it's
didn't
a
I
firearms.
just? Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure whoever did that cheat. So, yeah,
Wow.
we'll take 58. Well, 58 would have still passed. So just uncheck firearms.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
So, yeah, we'll just take the original 58. So you totally stun him. That actually does do something, the stun gun. Because over 50,000-ish volts course through him, and then you see like a sort of static electricity go throughout the cloud of darkness that is pouring out of his gunshot wounds, and then almost retreat, it seems, into his mortal body, and then only the edges of the gunshot wounds seem to seep with this inky black darkness. Does seem to have done something, in other words. You want to move anywhere, or just stand there and just electrocute him?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep electrocuting him.
Okay.
If I
it's
can.
working.
Okay.
It seems to be working. All right. As for Monster Harris, as the tap water runs, perhaps as a side effect of whatever unnatural, unholy magic this guy is part of, he's gonna go ahead and point a disjointed finger at Mary. Mary, roll a power times 5 check. Roll low, otherwise it may be bad for you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you made it. Oh, I keep forgetting your power times 5 is really high. Okay,
Yes.
well, you for a moment get a flashback of your second worst memory. You tried to get your worst memory, didn't quite work out. So you just lose 1 sanity. Because it would be a lot worse if you failed the power check. You just lose 1 sanity
Nope.
point. It's one of those sanity wiping spells. Unfortunately, you couldn't really do a lot with it. So you can roleplay however you want, Redbird, but yeah, you just lose the 1 sanity. That's all you can do this round, as he gets electrocuted the fuck. Top of the round, you do hear screaming from within the stall that the bystander locked himself in as he's freaking out because he's basically can't see shit. There's just some guy pissing on a stall. Now he's just locked in pissing on a urine. Now he's just locked in a stall. So you're not sure what's going on. Either way, that guy's freaking out. But Mary, it's your turn now.
Well, you just gotta shoot a fool again.
Good. The stun gun seems to be pretty effective.
Unfortunately, I have one on her, so.
Well, sometimes you just gotta make do. All right, so roll another firearms check then if you want to. That
barely succeeds.
78, yeah. So uncheck that box. That would hit. Point blank bonus of 20%. Roll damage.
4.
You just kind of leg him because every day is leg day, right? Gunshot wound just goes on right through. The exit wound seems to have a bit of spillage. This time droplets of dark, brackish blood. But none of that darkness. It seems to be contained within whatever mortal shell he's using. Thanks to Sun Gun. Anything else you want to do this round? Like movement? Say or do anything?
No.
Okay. Each round is basically 6 seconds long, so.
This seems to be working, so.
Okay. Yeah, Mercury 1, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep shocking him with that stun gun wire.
Okay. Alright, then you don't have to do much else but maintain what you're doing. Alright. So, it seems to be working. And then Monster Harris, let's see if we even react, because it's 2 rounds in a row. They're being shocked by it. Seems to be weak to electricity. First of all, I'm gonna roll something for him. Oh yeah, he's fucked. He's basically unable to do anything as electricity courses throughout him.
Nice.
His veins seem to bulge from his mortal shell. The darkness seems to be retreating into his body from the gaping hole in the back of his head and the other gunshot wounds he has. Seems to be pretty effective. He's unable to do anything. Round 3, it's your turn, Mary. What are you doing?
Okay, well, he seems pretty, it seems like he's seen a worse, better day. So, she's gonna go right up to him, carefully place her, the gun,
Okay.
kind of right up to his neck,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can do that.
and pull the trigger.
Okay. Just roll firearm just to see if you get a crit, because then it does even more damage. Nah.
Okay.
You just do regular damage times 2, so roll your damage and we'll multiply by 2.
Okay. Oh, that's
Okay,
16 damage.
Oh yeah. At this point, you blow out the back of his neck, and then of course you have an exit wound on the other side. where his throat more or less is, and then his whole body just seems to collapse in a mess of congealed blood and matter, almost like he got basically super fried, which is basically what happened to him. Uh, the darkness is no more, and the lights just flicker back on in the
Uh,
restroom. You're
Mary
out of
stomps
combat.
his
Go ahead.
head in,
What head?
just in case.
He's just a congealed
Oh,
mass of like electrified
okay.
flesh, and all
Mm.
the lights, by the way, go back on.
Uh,
You're out of combat.
she knocks on the door, whichever one she thinks the whimpering guy's in.
Whimpering guy is just swearing a string of profanity in Spanish.
Okay, he's good. Let's leave.
I mean,
He's alive.
yeah, I mean, you finished your mission. It seemed to have
Yeah.
worked.
Look,
You killed the
as far
fucking
as,
wizard of a cult. I mean,
yeah,
as difficult as it was.
yeah.
Now
As
the
far as he
issue is
knows,
you gotta
this
exfil.
was, yeah. As far as he knows, this is a case of gang violence.
For all he knows.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, okay, let's GTFO.
yeah, it's exfiltration time. So
Yep.
you leave the restroom, then what? At this point, the gunshots have echoed enough to where even ghetto people aren't gonna order Burger King. At this point, they've all left. So it's just an empty Burger King.
Right out the back door the way we
Question.
came in.
Sounds
Is
good.
this Burger King ran down?
What was that, Redbird?
This Burger King particularly ran down.
Oh yeah.
Good, the security cameras probably don't work.
No, all the cameras are broken or graffitied over.
About
and
to
stuff.
say, or worse, what probably happened, the server reached max, like the server they store the footage in, probably reached max like a year ago, and they just never checked it.
Yeah, something like that. Either way, you go out the back alley by the propped open
Okay.
door, and yeah, you're in the back alley. So you know
Okay.
that the quote-unquote medevac vehicle, which is your way out, VTOL is nearby. It'll get here in about 60 seconds, as far as you can tell.
Okay, she okay, let's relax. It's Kensington. They're not calling the police for at least 5 minutes.
We have at least 5 to 20 minutes.
I hope you wore your climbing harness.
I'll make do.
So on Mercury 1's like heads up display, he knows about 55 seconds out. I think Mary's got some sort of holographic heads up display, like an ID.
Or maybe some sort of implant or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
something like that. Either way, both of you know it's about 54
Yeah.
seconds out.
Well-
I guess take cover and reload.
That was a good time. Both of you make alertness checks.
Okay.
Hey, he made it. No, both of you make it. Okay, at this point, you hear someone trying to sneak up on you. Not doing a very good job, because both of you hear him. Sounds like squeaky wingtip shoes down the alleyway, and then apparently a very muttered kind of profanity. Shit. As he realizes you guys see him, or hear him anyway. When you look over, you see behind a mound of trash bags, it's the other guy who's the bodyguard trying to creep his way over to you, but isn't quite doing a great job at it.
Mary will handle an epistle, call him out, and say, "Look, buddy, we're gonna give you two choices. One, you can fight us, or two, you can
Before you finish
just."
your sentence, he's just gonna shoot at you. So this is not an anime, Redbird. In the middle of your sentence, he's just gonna do a snapshot at you. Well, unfortunately for you, he's got a 14 dexterity, so he goes
Yeah.
first. He's gonna get a penalty to shoot because it's a snapshot, but either way, he won't let you finish your sentence. He's gonna go bang. All right, so yeah. So he's gonna shoot. He's not point blank, so it's a regular firearms check. He misses. The shot hits the wall.
Okay.
Some brick just kind of goes everywhere, but otherwise he
Well-
ducks behind a bunch of trash bags. Your turn, Mary.
Time to get her baton out. I said brass knuckles. She's a baton, not brass knuckles.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're almost done.
Anyway, time to get her. Wait, not baton. No, time to just
Yep.
punch the fool. Screw it.
Yeah, if it's brass knuckles unarmed, if it's baton, it's melee.
Yeah, no, she's gonna
Just-
punch him. Screw it.
Okay, roll unarmed.
Oh lord.
Ow, damn, that hurts.
can I
times
take
2
this?
damage.
Actually, can
Describe
I
to the
substitute?
audience how you critically fuck up a fool.
Okay. So after he misses, she just sighs, rushes him, and hits him hard enough to where he loses his balance and hits the wall.
Sounds about right because you do times 2 damage. I'm looking up brass knuckles right now. Okay, so brass knuckles do D4 as opposed to D4 minus 1, which is regular.
Yeah.
So roll 1d4 and just multiply it by 2.
Yeah.
That hurts.
She does
Eh.
4 damage to him.
It's 4 damage still hurts. He doesn't have
Yeah.
armor as you hit him
Nope.
right and smack him into
Yeah.
the wall. He's still up though. At this point, it is now Mercury One's turn. He's kind of staggering after getting punched real hard.
I'm just gonna shoot him with my stun gun. Fuck it.
Yeah, it seems to work on everything else. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Firearms roll.
Oh
wow,
my god.
You completely fucking missed. You stun gun the wall. Hey, even a 20% bonus won't save you here. Alright, so it's now his turn. He's going to go ahead and lunge and try to ground pound you. Basically take you to the ground and just fight you on the ground. So one arm, unarmed.
Against
Roll.
2.
You against Mary, obviously, because you're closer.
Okay.
You're going to have to roll dodge versus armed.
Okay.
Whoa, wow. If you can roll 27 or less.
Oh.
No, you don't. You do not. Checkbox dodge. Just because technically
Yay.
it's a fail. Yeah, he just takes you right to the ground, and he's gonna do D4 minus 1 because he basically smacks you against the pavement. Oh wow, 3 damage
Let's go
to
through
you.
armor.
He does actually, because
Okay.
it's basically a whole body hit. So he throws you to the ground. Now you're just ground fighting. Mary's turn though.
Okay. Well, let's keep going.
Okay.
This time though, she's just trying to, I guess, restrain him.
Okay, you can unarmed attack if you just want to restrain him, or you can just like ground fight him. It's up to you.
Ooh.
Either way, you fail though. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
at this point. You flounder, but he's basically got you. Probably within the next 6 seconds, unless Mercury One does something. Just
I'm gonna whack him with my baton.
that is a melee combat, yeah.
Okay, melee.
Oh,
Fuck!
Oh Lord.
You hit Mary instead. Mary.
Oh
roll the
my
dodge.
god.
Maybe you hit Mary. Roll
I'm
the dodge,
sorry,
Mary.
man.
Oh shit! You get hit. Mary, you get smacked in the side with a baton. Unfortunately, because you failed to dodge. A baton. Let's see here. Is D6 damage. Roll D6 versus
The good
Mary.
news is it has
Fuck!
no
Luckily-
HP, so.
Luckily, Mary has armor here.
Yeah.
So just don't roll high. No, roll the D6.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
yeah.
D6 damage.
Doesn't roll the damage for me.
How much armor do you have on?
She has the special 5 armor value stuff.
Okay, but the helmet doesn't count, so you just have the
No,
5
it
armor.
doesn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
so unfortunately for you, it just hits your body armor. Doesn't do jack. If you rolled a 6, it could have done 1 damage.
Mhm.
Okay, so you smack him. I mean, you feel it there, but otherwise the armor prevents any damage. The guard now is going to try to elbow you, among other things, in ground fighting, Mary. You get to roll a dodge versus his unarmed combat. Okay, he would succeed if you fail your dodge. Oh, never mind. So your dodge is good enough. I would have allowed a substitution of unarmed combat, but 23 I beats it either way. Okay, so he doesn't manage to do any damage. He scuffs. Mary's your
Restraining
turn.
time.
Mary, you're trying to
Lord.
restrain? Okay, I guess not with that. I don't even have to roll dodge or unarmed combat. You just failed to do so. Mercury One's your turn again. Bunch of scuffling on the ground.
Yeah, fuck the baton. I'm gonna shoot at him again with the stun gun.
Sounds good. 20% bonus. You hit.
Hey.
Stun gun. That is. It looks from the rules. It actually matters this time.
Minus
You get the minus
20% for
20 to everything.
1d20.
Yeah, he gets a 20% to everything. Let's see. Dex times 5 is normally what it is. Oh, but I allow firearms. 20% bonus penalty rather for 20 10 turns. I'm gonna go and roll a con times 5 for him because he can't pass out. It's a nastier version of the stun gun. If he fails his con times 5, he's just gonna go limp, go out. Yeah. His con times 5 is not that high. That guy will just kind of contort and shake with over 50,000 volts and then just pass out. It's a lot of voltage. You're out of combat.
Ah, slippery SOB.
When he goes down, I'm just gonna curb stomp him. I mean,
Ouch.
yeah,
Go ahead. He dies.
crunch.
What? Why?
Too late. You already curb stomped him. He's
Yeah,
dead. Doesn't take that long to curb stomp a guy. Just saying, Mary.
yeah.
The bloody mess in the alleyway now.
I was gonna let him live, but okay.
At this point, you see your exfil transport on a side road to be less conspicuous. It's not at the MSR, basically. It's on the side road. I'd say about 30, 35 meters out from where you guys are standing. I mean, it's been
Yeah,
plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna run directly underneath it and just wave down the rescue rigging,
Sure. Down it comes.
and then I'll attach it to my EVA and just grab Mary if she's with me, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Redbird, you going along, obviously?
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna
Alright.
like spider glom onto her, like both arms and legs around her.
Sounds good. And off you go. Alright, that's the end of the one-shot. It could have gone a hell of a lot worse, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's the end of the one-shot, and you succeed because you basically killed a terrible Uber Shadow Wizard. You gain 1d4 sanity back, because you got rid of one thing that could have killed a lot more people if you let it live. So, roll 1d4, Mary, you get 3 sanity back,
Literally
Mercury 1 get 4
got
sanity back
what
as
I
your reward.
got.
And don't forget hit the power button in the bottom right of the skill sheet, and anything that checkbox will automatically go up 1 to 4 points. That's it. That's the
See.
one shot. It was supposed to be short so I could get my sleep in and get to an early morning thing next day.
So
Not
it's
talking about the
the
breath.
power
Wow.
button,
Yeah,
right?
normally it's not this rush, Gargamon. It's just I have
Nice.
time constraints.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Delta Green can be a lot rougher. Like, there were missions
Oh,
where they
yeah.
drop us in, and they'll tell us, we have no idea where the guy is. We think he's in the state. Have fun.
In the
we think he's
state?
somewhere here in Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
no.
That has
So-
happened before.
To give you
Okay.
an idea of Delta Green, it isn't some elite group of operatives taking care of the best. It is whoever they can find.
Oh yeah. Delta Green is
Like-
each cell is divided into cells. It's considered the first and last line of defense. Sorry, here's all we can get on short notice, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
In fact, Delta Green sometimes messes up. There sometimes missions where Delta Green goes, so there's been a monster going on a rampage in this town for the past week. We're only now just finding out about it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and and it could
Yeah.
also be even worse. We've already sent another cell. They all died. Congratulations, you're on this mission. You know, shit like
And,
that happens a lot.
There were even times we have we spent like an hour of the session finding a safe house or some sort of safe building because we haven't even been briefed yet and stuff's already hit the fan.
Oh yeah, and also outside pressures could exist, like foreign intelligence agencies could be there, like the Mossad has shown up in the campaign before.
Yeah. Also, some of the
Saturday
Russians.
Yeah, and Russians like to interfere. I mean, it's all sorts of bullshit that can
Yeah.
occur. In longer campaigns, I add extra challenges as a GM.
Yeah, and we're in like that's the reason perfect. In fact, part of Mary's backstory is that there was a monster they didn't know about, and the monster more or less had like a month of just free roaming, doing whatever it wanted. Which
Oh yeah.
and to make
So-
it worse, the regular police got called, then the FBI, then the army. So by the time Delta Green noticed, you just have like 3 different parts of the government poking around there, like, mother effer, where's the
Yes,
monster? The monster escaped.
All sorts of cover-ups had to be done. But
Yeah.
the point is, you guys actually did a really good job considering it was only just 2 of you. Number 1,
Hmm.
and number 2, it could have gone like really bad in many different
Hmm.
ways. Luckily,
Yeah.
you just have the one scared guy, and like, how is he to explain it to his friends and family? Oh yeah, all the lights went off, and all sorts of weird shit. They're just gonna look
Yeah,
at him
the,
like, have you been drinking? Are you
Yeah,
on
the,
drugs?
Yeah, no, I went to Burger King in Kensington. Did you eat a crack burger?
Yeah, they're just not gonna. They're not gonna believe anything the one guy you left
Yeah,
alive
it's
is gonna say.
yeah. Delta Green's often about sort of hedging your bets in a way. A single witness who witnesses something crazy isn't going to be believed. No
Yeah.
matter no matter how tight his story is, if there's no physical evidence or anything like that,
Oh
they're
yeah.
just going to think massive. They're going to think he got hysterical and start losing
So,
something like that. You
in
know?
other words, what I'm saying is you guys did the optimal approach. You caught
Yeah.
the wizard in the bathroom with only one other witness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if
And he
they're
wasn't on camera. No one got to take a photo of him
yeah.
as he was
Now,
dying.
if
No one
that
got to
it,
whip out their smartphone. It was actually pretty good. Good job.
Yeah, now if that fight went outside in the public, then we have massive issues because one
Yeah.
person talking about some monsters is just some crazy guy. 30 people doing it's a public spectacle.
Huh.
Yeah. So you actually did a pretty
Yeah,
good job. Good job on your first opera, Gargamon.
yeah,
Thanks.
Could have been
yeah.
shit ton worse. Oh man.
Yeah, no.
Luckily,
Unfortunately, you also
the second part is wanted to say is luckily you dodged the second bodyguard. He eventually caught
Yeah.
up to you, but you killed the shit out of him. So it's all
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Though out
That's-
of character, since the one shot switch with merciful, if you do kill if you kill someone who is subdued, quote unquote, or restrained,
Oh,
that
yeah.
actually is a sandy hit.
Oh, really?
It's a sanity. It's usually a
Yeah.
sanity.
Oh.
But I ignore
yeah.
that depending on circumstance.
Yeah, because he's merciful about it. Like if they've attacked us or if they have proven that like they need to die, then us killing him even if they're subdued or like unarmed, is a-okay.
Yeah, actually,
you know,
tell him about the Taurus Hammer oil rig. Were you there for that one, Redbird?
No, but Joe told me about it.
Oh
So
yeah,
okay,
where you
so
guys
what happened
killed a
is
bunch of
that
innocent people and lost some sanity.
yeah, so what
Oh.
happened is that basically Elder's Happenings happened on an oil rig, and at the end of it, they were discussing how they're covering this up, and what they determined is that, everyone as old as this happens needs to die, and like Joe said, it's like some crazy like D20 sandy loss.
It wasn't D20. It was just because of cumulative. Per
Yeah.
innocent person they killed, they didn't have to kill in cold blood, is an extra
Yeah.
roll. So it's just they lost a shit ton of sanity.
Yeah,
They
no,
killed, like,
it
20 innocent people
yeah.
they didn't have to in cold blood.
But the way Disney does it, if they're innocent or just kind of a regular bystander, like let's say a homeless guy tried to mug us. At the end
or
there,
the
and-
guy in the bathroom stall counts as
Yeah,
one.
or
Yeah.
or let's say some like really dumb civilian got some really dumb idea of him being a hero and charged us. If you curb stomped him without the bodyguard, that would have been a sandy loss because he was innocent and didn't really
Yeah,
do
innocent
anything.
and killed
Yeah.
in cold blood didn't have to kind of thing.
Yeah, but like,
that's a sanity.
but like, let's say we're fighting cultists that tried to kill us and like, or like I don't know, doing some, like baby sacrifice, some BS like that. It does
Yeah, I
happen.
mean, the bodyguard was a cultist.
Then
too, so
if they go unconscious and we curb stomp them, Swiss isn't going to do a massive sanity check for it.
it also depends on the GM or referee. For me, it's
Yeah.
just like I'll ignore that. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it just depends situation. It's one of those where you have to remember your character is a human.
Is a what? Did he lag out? Wait, he lagged out to me. Hello, Redbird. Redbird. I think he doesn't have the best.
Yes.
Internet. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, you can't be a cold psychopath and without consequences. Like, yes, your character could have kicked down the Burger King door and shot every single MFer in there, but
No, that's sanity
That's-
loss and a half.
yeah,
Anyway, that, thanks for playing
that's
Gargamon.
sanity
I gotta
loss,
get
yeah.
going.
Thanks for running the
I gotta
game.
get up- Yeah, I gotta get up around 6:30 a.m. So I gotta get going. But hey, thanks for playing. Hopefully, you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Sound.
Yeah,
I had
it was,
fun.
It was. Oh yeah. It's a different sort of game than let's say D&D, for example.
yeah.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Expect Swiss to poke you some more for future games, probably.
Yeah, if you're free to
Yeah.
hang out on the server. We do have a
Yeah.
long-running Delta Green game set in 2020. I think it's 7 at this point.
Mm.
I think it's
On
six?
Saturday afternoon.
Really, I can't remember.
Yeah, we could use another person, but it's up to you if you have that.
Yeah,
time
we're
slot
not
open.
gonna pressure. Yeah.
I actually have
thing-
Saturday afternoons open, so
Really? Well, I was
Yeah.
about to say if you had it open, it is
Yeah.
2 p.m. Eastern time.
two,
So every Saturday we tend to run it.
1 noon, 11. Okay.
Time zones, how do they work?
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to show up or spectate or whatnot. No pressure to commit. It's
Yeah.
a pretty easy going game.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a and also in that game, fair warning, it won't be as easy as the one shot.
Not at all. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I string things out over sessions.
Can
yeah,
I
like there are
can I use Mercury 1 or
you
do I need?
cannot. You can't use Mercury 1
Okay.
because it's set in 2 years from modern day.
You can,
Oh,
however,
gotcha.
if you wanted to, clone the sheet again and make a different character type.
Yeah, you could. Clone the sheet.
Yeah.
I would allow that.
Okay.
But then you just have to get rid of stuff like the EVA suit because that's not a thing.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
have to like replace it with like environmental shoot or whatever.
Yeah, honestly, I think Redbird's experienced enough with the setting and the rules. Hit him up. He can help you if you want to play.
Yeah,
Or
I
I
can.
recommend the alternative Gargamon is just to sit in one session to get a feel for the player dynamic and how different and how it plays out. Same rules, just different setting. you know?
Yeah, also, yeah, different setting. Tech is extremely lower. There is some of that sci-fi tech, but anyone who has it, cough cough Delta Green, has it on the extreme down low.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea of what they're doing, the current operation is they're trying to kill a crazy dream wizard named Ernie Bach Jr., who's literally based off a real person.
Mm.
And Ernie Bach Jr. in real life is just a car salesman.
We were trying to
That
kill
game.
him, but then
in,
we got
in this
caught
game,
off it.
he's just a fictional version of Ernie Bach Jr.
Yeah,
So he's actually a wizard and head of a cult. That's the only difference.
but
But,
yeah,
So
we were trying to kill him, but then we got caught off of that one last minute
yes, and
because
now they're
another
doing
Delta
other
Green
things.
thing happened.
Yeah, but you can tell more. I gotta get good sleep. It's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
here, and I'm gonna get up in about 7 hours. Anyway, nice to meet
Hmm.
you, Gargamon. Pleasure to run, and I will go. Have
All
a
right.
good night.
Have a good night.
Hmm.
So is
Yeah.
that on this Discord server and in
Yes, this Discord server, this roll
virtual?
20, yes.
Okay, this roll 20. Okay.
Yeah, so what happened originally is that originally we only had the 2080s game, but Swiss just kind of, because originally the 2020s game, we're gonna call it, it's like 2026, 2027, one of the two, it doesn't matter. Originally, that was just a one shot, but that campaign kind of took off because everyone would keep their characters, so they kind of replaced the 2080s for a while.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, it was pretty hectic. You know that. So if you want to join that one, I can help you out, set your character up, talk ideas or whatever.
Yeah.
Give you lore. If you want to know more about Delta Green, how they operate. But yeah, or if I can spectate if you want to. It depends how you want to do it.
Yeah. I think I'd rather play than spectate. So what do I need to change about?
Well, you need a new character and background, basically. You can copy and paste the actual stats, but you know.
Yeah.
It's more low tech. There is some sci-fi fantasy stuff in there. Well, sci-fi fantasy, more like sci-fi technology that's like that. You know what I'm trying to say. However, that stuff's mostly top secret. If you want to play a character who is average, or rather, someone that basically, if you want to play someone that you know is in some top secret science stuff, their frame of technology is basically slightly better than ours.
Mm.
Fast forward a few years, basically.
Yeah.
The only thing to keep in mind, if you do want to play some like science experiment type people, you are probably owned by Delta Green. You have your own life and stuff, but Delta Green by and by has you by the balls
Oh.
because they made you and they're not letting you go. But to be fair though, you don't really quit Delta Green ever, so that's not you're not really that worse, not really that much worse off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's it. Background wise, party people, the party we have good combat, good. Actually, I don't think we have a tech person in. If you want to play a tech person, you can.
I'm good with this one.
Okay.
For now.
Okay,
I mean, like
combat-wise?
until he
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so what do you think for background? You just want to copy and paste military guy, or is he some sort of like, ranger or something?
Yeah, I'll probably go with like let's see. How about Central Intelligence Security?
That works. So you want to keep your stats around the same though? You don't want to change any of that up?
Yeah.
Okay, got it, got it. Now, somewhat important. How'd your character get into Delta Green? There are generally a few ways they do it. One, they scout you. This is admittedly typically rarer because Delta Green in this sort of time period is way more secretive. The world cannot know about any strange happenings at all. So they're a bit less bold in this time, even though they're pretty secretive in the 2080s. So, you choices, like I said, one, your character saw some supernatural stuff. Delta Green found out. They either black bagged you or were like, oh, look at you. Some like government official went, oh,
Yeah.
look at you. You survived the odds. Why, we want you to help us. Uh, Spoiler alert, if you say no to that, they black bag you anyway, so you don't have a choice.
Yep. Yeah, I'd rather be black bagged because
Got it.
I
So
was
you got
selected for my skills, like
got it. You
my
got
skill
black
set.
bag.
Yep.
Yeah. So does your character have any experience with supernatural, or is this a I got hired and I don't know what I'm in for? But I don't want to say no because they black bagged me and likely know everyone I know.
Yeah, they black bag me and they know everything about me.
Yeah, exactly. So your character probably feels like they can't run, but they don't have much experience with supernatural. First time they see it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what the heck? WTF?" Got it. Got it. Name. Is your character or your character have a name, or are they gonna go by code name again?
I mean, it's Mateo Navar, but well, actually, I'm American, so it's not Mateo. It's gonna be just Jesse Navar.
Got it.
Jesse
Let me go
Navar,
ahead and
and then I just go by Mercury One. That's my yeah.
got it. Okay, I'll put Justin
That's
Navarre,
my
Mercury.
jam.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay. There. Got getting this. Writing this down different sheet. Is there anything particular about your character? Like any defining features? They have like a scar on their cheek. Do they walk with not with a limp, but like, do they look around more or anything like that? It's just flavoring right now. It doesn't actually matter.
He has a he has tattoo sleeves on his arms,
Got
and
it. One second.
the most prominent tattoo is on his the inside of his right forearm is a large tattoo of Mjolnir.
Got it. Actually, that's a good question. Does your character have like any Norse heritage, or are they just a fan?
Yes, on his mother's side.
Got it.
So yeah, he's like
Okay.
half Norse and half Spanish.
Okay. Let's see. Let me clone this if I can. Hello. Let me clone. Mother effort. 1 second. Okay. What's in the Roll20s? The same old, same old.
And his religion will be Al-Satru as well.
Got it. Let me just roll. How to? Oh wait. Actually, no, I'll do it like this. Yeah, I'll just like this. It's not gonna bother opening all that. Just edit and duplicate. Screw it. There it is. Perfect. Up here? No. Oh, Roll20, I'm glad you're duplicating, but I don't know where the heck you're putting it in this files. Oh, down here. Okay. Delete. Use this one. So we are gonna have to obviously probably get him a new name and stuff. Any ideas?
What do you mean? Jesse Navarre's not good enough?
No, I mean, because you can't, because I mean, you have to, character.
Sorry, what?
He can't be like the Mercury one. He has to be like. Here's my suggestion. Maybe you want to do his like grandfather that he was, that he but maybe you want to do
Okay.
Mercury one's grandfather, but he can't be literally be Mercury one just in the past. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
why does it matter? It was a one shot where I played as Mercury 1. Do you understand that?
Uh, sure, I guess.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and okay. This is not at all. Okay, thank God. Jesus Christ, that scared me for half a second. Okay, I think this is working. I hope, dear God. Let me roll it real quick. Can you see that roll? If you're still in roll 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it says
Okay,
human
good. That
16%, 95 failure.
yeah, okay, good. Okay, background wise, let me see. I think if we just miss the stats a bit, that shouldn't matter. Tech wise.
I just changed his EVA suit training to Halo jump training.
Yeah, that'll work. I think as long as the flavoring right, it should be good.
Okay.
I hope, dear God, it's good. Like I was saying earlier, but Roll20's Delta Green sheet support is basically non-existent.
Yeah.
So stuff breaks all the time, truth be told. We're gonna check that human. I think everything's good. Okay, that helps me right there, but I think it's good. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not sure why it says Sandy will HP in brackets, but you know what? I'm just gonna assume it's good, because if it's good enough, it's good enough, you know?
That's because I put it on the token.
Oh, okay. I
So
thought the
I
sheet was like having a seizure or something.
as long as
I
it's in parentheses, it should work just fine.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I mean, look, as long as the sheet is like a-okay, as in it functions, I am okay with it
Yeah.
because so quick story time. Before, so there was a like an older version of the sheets that were similar to this. Um, basically same sheet, same format, slightly different for like one port got switched around and some stuff more got automated. However, for like half the old sheets in the server when they did that had all of their stats erased besides their skills. That was fun to fix, referencing backups and finding out this one NPC. Oh look, this one NPC that Swiss. Well, Swiss, I can't see it. I don't have GM access yet. Oh dang, that sucks. It was very fun. But you know, long story short, I recommend having an external backup. Obviously, no one's going to force you to, but if they for some reason decide to update the sheets randomly again, it could break everything because it's happened a few times.
Yeah.
Fair warning. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Uh, hmm. Anything else you want to touch upon, or do you think God's good and he says this sheet's good?
So it's 2 p.m. Eastern.
Hmm?
2 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, the game? I think so.
Okay. That should work.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you meant in real life. I'm like, no. Let's leave. God darn it. Great. I'm a Marvel fan who can't spell Mjolnir. Fantastic. Always said L in there. Uh, Let me see. 1 second. Just checking the sheet again, make sure there's nothing like nothing like, oh look, he has like a hypo stem on him. They don't exist yet. I think we're good actually. Anything else you want to touch upon, like the character-wise, or I think you're good for now?
I think I'm good.
Got it. Fair warning, we may end up having to flesh out the background a bit more. Not because what you have isn't good enough per se, but because Swiss likes to do this thing called adding personal stakes to stuff, where he's like, this person you care about is in danger. Tell me about him. So do be brainstorming some ideas potentially. He does kind of like it. Anyway,
Hey, hold on.
I am going to.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are you able to double click on my token and open it up?
Let me see. Actually, put down your token real quick before I do anything else.
No. Use the one that's already on the, because I just need you to resave it to the sheet. This one right here. Yeah. Because I accidentally overwrote it.
Okay, I literally just put in 2020s. I swear to God, roll 20. If you just delete a duplicate again, I'm gonna kill someone. Probably myself. I'm a person in hand distance right now. I'm going to. Here we are. Let me just go put it in C block real quick.
Whoa! What do you mean?
I'm moving the copy of this 2020 sheet around a bit, so that way it's not in the wrong area. I put it in the 2080 by accident.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So let me see. So you want me to assign the sheet, correct?
Yeah.
Assign the token to the sheet.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You select a token.
And then double click it to open it up. And then there's a button that says reassign token to sheet or whatever.
Okay, come on. Swear to God, I'm going to scream if this. You select a token. Please, love of God, do not do this again to me. Yes, perfect. Apply token defaults.
What?
No, that's not.
That's not it.
Darn, roll 20 wise does not reapply. Okay, mother effer. Okay.
What is apply token defaults?
Sort of. Give me a second. Add a copy of this. Yes, I'll add the token properties. Okay. It's good on my end for the record.
No, it's not, because look what happens when I drop my token. Look. It's
no, that's in the wrong that's the wrong sheet. This is the one I have is still the has still the regular old thing. This. Oh. It got broke now. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Wait,
because now there's 2 characters named Mercury 1. Why didn't you just move the sheet instead of copying it?
No, that's a good question. I'm not a very smart man. Now's a good time to move the sheet, I guess.
Or at least, what folder did you put the other one in?
I put in Delta DG cell group C.
DG cell C.
It's at the top. Well, the first folder at the top.
By first folder at the top, you mean the folder called DG cell C?
Yes.
Okay, I don't see it in there.
That's... Oh, I think I know why. See, permissions should be... See, I'm not sure why permissions weren't also edited, but hey, we're gonna learn that the hard way.
Could you just delete the copy you made and then...
No. So what happened is that I'm not sure why, but I thought I had it to where when I copy a sheet, it copies the permissions. No, it doesn't. I have to add you manually.
Yeah, so just delete the sheet that I don't have permissions for and use the Mercury one from the 2085 2087 PCs folder because I do have
Shit.
permissions for that one. And
Delete.
it's still not dropping the correct token because you saved it to the copy sheet, not the original sheet.
Well, the luckily good news is that I think it should be mostly good now. Moving your sheet up. That's there now.
Yeah.
Is your token working yet?
No, you didn't save it to the correct sheet. Look, see, this is what happens when I drop the token. It's because I told you I accidentally overwrote the token. So you got to double
So
click.
you want me to do the little animated token? That's one you want on the
This token right here, if you double click that and open it up and then click on the button that says, reassign to sheet. And it hasn't worked yet.
This is going here. Okay. Think it should be good now?
No, it's not.
I'm not sure why it's not saving.
You have to make sure that it is attached to the Mercury 1 Jesse Navarre sheet. So right above where it says permissions, there should be two fields, one for the nameplate, and then above that is the name of the sheet. Yeah, represents character. It needs to be Mercury 1 Jesse Navarre.
Oh,
Okay, now just click the save button. Save it to sheet. That's
yeah. No, I'm doing that, but I wonder if it's because I didn't say do save changes. Nope. Okay, I know why it isn't working now. Well, Fiddlesticks roll 20.
Hello, I'm back briefly. Forgot it takes a little bit of time from a medication.
We're wrestling the tokens.
Yeah. I forgot my medications, like I said. Take a little bit of time and then I get sleepy. What about tokens?
We're wrestling with it.
Rest?
Okay, open this again. This, once again, should be representing Mercury 1. Why isn't it? Who the heck knows?
Oh, I see. You're doing the thing.
Shoot, I may have to just balls to the wallet right now. And I can't do that because if I do that, I'm not saving that. So I'm gonna scream.
Is it just me, or is it like there's a ton of Mercury 1s on the board?
There are.
Huh.
Mercury 1. Okay, yes, this should do this. I click save for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 20th time. And it doesn't work.
Okay, so try something else. Instead of saying save to sheet, just click on save at the bottom right corner. Whatever changes you're doing. There you go.
Does it work now?
Yes. Now open it
Jesus
back
Christ,
up. Okay, open it back up. And then in the nameplate, delete Jesse Navarre. In the nameplate field, delete Jesse Navarre.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why it worked then.
It's because you didn't have it represents character and then hit save. So if you could open it up again and delete, not just in the name. There you go. Yeah, and then save.
That should be
now,
it.
okay. Now open it up again, and then click on save to sheet.
Okay, I think.
There we go. Thank you.
This should work. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know why it worked that time.
It's because you actually saved the changes. Yeah.
I did. I'm not sure if there's like a save. I kept pressing the wrong save button or not because I kept pressing it and I'm like, it's not working now. And I just opened it from the sheet and
Uh-huh.
it worked. And when I clicked save again, it worked. Then I'm not sure why it worked, but hey, who knows?
Yeah, you probably
Because,
still
like,
had it attached to the copy sheet or something that you
yeah,
made
there's,
before.
I'm not sure why it would have.
You just have to be careful what you're pressing and stuff like that. Clicking on, rather. Yeah, it took me a little bit to get the hang of it, but
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
the issue is that Roll20 wants you to save through 50 wants you to save through 5 different things apparently.
Yeah.
Trying to remember who's gonna show up tomorrow. I know
Snowman probably will.
Snowman, and then you should be there tomorrow, Redbird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna continue their mad hijinks in what was it? Yeah, that's right. You're in Manhattan area.
Yeah.
They're looking for a dream wizard, among other things, and they think they just got transported to Florida. That's right, because they ended their current op on hold, the hunt for the dream wizard, to go help out a reservist in their Delta Green cells.
Yeah. My other character who trying to live her best life.
Be right back.
Unfortunately she's in Delta Green, so she ain't getting her best life.
Yeah, well, yeah. So did you explain to him basically what's going on in Florida yet? I know he's
Not yet, no.
Okay.
I was
That's all
busy wrestling with Roll20's weird sheet rolls.
It's kind of weird, yeah. But
Okay, here's why I don't get it. Why do I have to press save on both ends?
I don't think you're supposed to press save. He was saying you have to.
Oh, no, okay, so what
click
happened
on
is that I kept trying to sort of overwrite his old token, but it wouldn't work for some reason. And I'd open from the sheet, press save on the token, then save on the sheet, then open the token again and save it for it to work for some reason.
Alright, I'm back.
I don't know why it was that. I don't know why I had to. I'm not sure why Roll20 was being that perturbed. But anyway,
the tokens are weird, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I eventually got the hang of it though. There's the bunch
when in
of-
doubt, click save 5 times.
I don't know about that.
What I'm doing if you feel better, screw you.
But Snowman's pretty cool.
He'll probably
he
play
actually didn't get used to Delta Green at first.
until a few
because,
months
he had
ago.
he never played Delta Green before.
Yeah.
He also just randomly joined the pickup game, and he's been more or less a permanent fixture of Saturday games ever since.
Yeah.
Huh.
His character is going insane. If you were there
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow, you're going to probably see him go insane completely.
Yeah. He's got like single-digit sanity.
But like what?
So
His
bad.
character's what 4 or 5 ops? I think he's had his fair share.
He's been at least
He's got
5.
he's got his mileage out. He's got his mileage out of Sam.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna look at the sheet right now. I wonder what his sanity's at. It's pretty low.
I think it's at 4.
Is it really? Sam Butler. Oh my God, he is at 4 sanity.
Yeah, he's really only been floating along by your mercy.
Can you
Well,
get
it's also because there are sanity awards for different actors.
Yeah.
can you get like counseling or something for your sanity?
You can, yes.
There are downtime activities in between operations or operas.
Mm.
You can
Yeah.
then go to therapy and then either
Yeah.
talk to
Though,
your therapist honestly, which gets you more possible sanity back, or not honestly, which is more safe, but at least,
Yeah, though I will tell you that it is far more likely for your character to go insane than like adjust.
I mean, yeah, the whole point of Delta Green is, and Call of Cthulhu in general, what it's derived from, is you either die or go insane before you do anything long term. You know,
Yeah, you
especially Delta
die,
Green.
go insane. You-
Yeah.
In fact, you don't really ever retire from Delta Green. If you're lucky enough, you get promoted up, and then you're still working, but you're just not the guy they sent out in the field.
Yep, you become a handler instead.
Oh.
Which means that you can enjoy just sending everyone else to their deaths instead.
Yeah, which is still kind of stressful, but it is what it is.
You know, it's its own issues, but at least you'll live to go to therapy afterwards. The people who send to death, they're not so lucky.
I don't think to date anyone has become promoted to handler. They either die or go insane.
Well, that's
or become a
because
reservist.
part of the reason because out of character, if character comes a handler, I don't think you can really play the character anymore.
No, you'd have to become an NPC or part.
Yeah. I remember talking with Joe about it for.
Different Delta Green cell, not the
Yeah,
same
I'm talking with Joe about it, and he said something like how like
he said something how like he thought at the time, and unless he remembers this, it was off comment. He said like he thinks like an agent should have to try at least like 7 operas before they even get considered to promote to a handler.
So maybe single-digit sanity Sam Butler might be considered for a handler.
If he survives, maybe.
I don't even know at this point. He's
Well, I
got
mean,
so
it depends,
little
because I
sanity.
mean, out of character, the bigger issue is less you survived enough and more. You have to put the character down. You can't play them again. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds a pretty cool character.
Yeah. And I don't know. I kind of think. I mean, it depends. I mean, poor Mary might become a handler, even though
That's
she does not
different-
want
that's a
to.
different campaign, though.
Sophia might become a handler.
I don't know about Sophie.
I mean, she survived. She survived. She survived quite a few. But probably have to.
Not just about how many you survive; it's also your skill sets.
Yeah, that's probably her weakness. Sophia's too good enough in the field to want to put her on a desk job. Might become, instead of a handler, she might become like the head of some sort of death squad that Delta Green does, you know?
They might split her off to a different cell.
Eventually, or, well, I mean less different cell and more like, okay, here's the Delta Green equivalent of SWAT. They go in, stuff's foobarred.
But I thought I already made this clear. There is no SWAT. You're the last and first line of defense against the unnatural. They don't really have
when-
SWAT teams.
When I don't mean SWAT team as in, she's in a special team. I mean SWAT team as in she's good. I mean SWAT team as in she's held in reserve and only sent the most dangerous one.
They sometimes don't have that option. Oh look, Dagon has risen from the waters. We must send someone now.
Great, someone woke up Cthulhu. Who's here? Great. The closest guy we have is an archaeologist and a barista.
Yeah, they sometimes do that. Like, you
Quick,
can
give the
only
barista a
activate-
quick.
Yeah.
Make sure the barista got her espresso. Send her first.
They just activate whoever they can.
Uh,
Honestly, and short
yeah.
notice.
I mean, there are sometimes Delta Green can sort of put together some sort of like special elite team, though it's very rare.
Not very common.
Yeah, no,
Usually
it,
one
it,
emergency after another.
yeah, if they do that, it's less we have the guys for it and more, okay, we need this taken care of now. We already lost like 3 teams.
Yeah, pretty much.
They, but you know, like I said earlier, Delta Green's less an elite team of operatives and more of, okay, we have an archaeologist, we have a part-time actor, a soldier, thank the Lord, and a high school teacher. Screw it, they're in a cell.
Yeah, and the only thing that qualifies them for the program, I don't know if Redbird explained it, is they've already had a brush with the unnatural.
Yeah, you either
and,
get
and they keep their mouth shut, and then a bunch of people show
Yeah.
up to recruit
You,
them.
like I said, you either get recruited by getting kidnapped and black bagged, or you get recruited by seeing supernatural thing getting kidnapped and black bagged.
Something like that, yeah. Depends.
Delta Green can recruit from the mundane, quote unquote, though it's rarer, much rarer because
Yeah, like,
it's-
you know, the Starbucks barista who's somehow in a Delta Green cell. That is
Yeah,
possible. Depends on the campaign. And the
I mean, look, like I said, Delta Green's less about making an elite team and more about what do we have. Okay,
yeah,
got
they
it.
just
Let's
make
roll.
do with what do they have.
F it, we ball.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, yeah, it's it leads to some funny Delta Green moments sometimes. Also some very sad ones where you're like, okay, I have to take down a cult of 50 people, and all they gave me was some 19-year-old.
Delta Green's not supposed to be easy. It's like hard mode. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
You know, like it can. In fact, you haven't seen, but the green boxes are hilarious. So,
Yeah, some of
you
the
would-
green boxes are just.
so you would think Delta Green has like a proper way to store artifacts. They do, but only some of them. Half the time, what happens, an agent it gets like a magical artifact or magical item. They were told, I don't know, do whatever with it.
Yeah, they just drop it out of green box. They're equivalent.
Yeah,
to
and
$4,000.
what'll happen, they'll drop it in a green box. Usually with some note attached to it, like "Do not open." We'll like explode your eyes, some BS like that.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when you have to play the game. Does my character open this box?
Pretty much.
Because Delta Green, like a lot of other places and organizations, they have people who mess with you. That box may explode your eyes. You have no idea. They could be messing with you for no reason.
Yeah, the Delta Green cell that may have used the green box beforehand may or may not put a note on the cold fridge that contains an unnatural horror
I
on
think my favorite Delta Green Box surprise was an urn that had the words "Warning: Hitler's ashes" on it.
it. Yeah, I think
Our
I
characters had
remember that.
like a 5 minute conversation of, wait, what does warning mean? Like he's dead, right?
Oh man, you forgot the one green box that had a hidden crawl space behind a mattress that led
Yeah,
to
just a
Vietnam.
portal to Vietnam in the middle of I think it was California.
Yeah, so they could crawl through the space and come out the other side in some random alleyway in Hanoi.
Yeah, it was
Green boxes
you know,
are
that
funny.
means a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of times it matches the feelings between, oh God, they're the best, and they're the ones saving us from the apocalypse. We're all screwed. Because sometimes they send in this really good soldier who like takes on 5 guys and wins. Other times they send a 6-year-old professor who never held a gun before in his life.
6-year-old professor.
Yeah,
Is the
6-year-old
professor
professor.
6 years old, or is the
No,
professor?
60, 60,
Oh,
zero.
I was about to say.
I mean, I don't know. If Delta Green could send a 6-year-old professor, they probably would.
Yeah, probably not. But
Well, yeah,
anyway,
obviously probably not. They
if
don't
you
send
can
you
make
just
it,
kids.
and you tomorrow, it is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Not sure what time zone you're in, Gargamon. But we typically begin by about half past after some pre-game BS.
Yeah.
Or just
And
hanging out.
I think I gave you the spiel about how Delta Green's going to Delta Green in the earlier game setting is a bit more secretive and less lax about stuff. It's they're the type where if they see someone supernatural, they want you to shoot them in the head.
Yeah, I
Don't take any
mean, in
chances.
the 2020 more contemporary setting, the program is yes hidden in plain sight also,
Yeah.
but they don't have as many resources. They don't have
Yeah.
crews just on
To
a dial,
to give you an
etc.
idea, the program does not officially exist, and
Actually, you are wrong, Redbird. It does
well,
exist.
it
It's just
officially exists. It's a front.
it's not just a front. It's basically quiet. Just let me explain. So, according to the books, Delta Green is more or less its own agency. It's just not like official, as in they have their own website. You know, Congress knows about them most of the time, but some senators may know about them. They draw their money from taxpayers as usual. They're their own alphabet soup agency, but like I said, they're just kind of hidden in plain sight. There are
Yeah.
earlier Delta Green um, timelines where they aren't even hidden in plain sight in the alphabet soup agencies. They're just drawing their money um, by stealing money, embezzling, and what have you, from the other federal government agencies. Or they
Yeah.
just sell drugs or something in large amounts so they can fund
Or
their
they'll flip,
operations.
or they'll find the cultist leader and take his like 5 Lamborghinis.
Yeah, and sell them. That's what would be an earlier timeline. But
Yeah.
this particular one, the 2020s, they're like I said,
Yeah,
hidden in
and
plain sight. They get
yeah,
taxpayer funding, etc.
yeah, in 2080s, the program is technically public knowledge, but we're more like, obviously, we hunt monsters in our
They might have a
website.
very sparse website in the
Yeah,
2020s. That's about it.
it's probably some vague thing about how they help keep the peace and do some aid work or whatever on the side.
Something like that. Just something like
Meanwhile, in the 2020s, um, technically there is a government agency we're under. It's some anti-terrorist task force, but
that.
spoiler alert,
That's more of a front. What are you talking about?
yeah, that is just a front. We're not.
Yeah, it's an
We have no
excuse to
legal
get a bunch
powers.
of individuals together
Yeah,
and, and have them in one location to kill monsters, basically.
yeah. It's what we feed the press. Like I forgot the
What I
agency's
don't know
name, but
about feeding the press. It's more like
it's what we
it's just
feed the
if the
papers. We
press
have to.
stumbles
Yeah,
across it, then they'll just say, "Oh yeah, so and so
we're
Delta Green agent
part
is
of the
actually this."
RSA, whatever the heck
Yeah,
it
is
we
actually
call
part of some
ourselves.
task force to go find
Yeah,
militia members.
basically what happens is that if Delta Green has their way, uh, obviously they won't even like. Let's say some like Tortoise building explodes. They'll say if they have their way, some gas explosion, some arson happened there. You
Yeah,
know.
there you go. Now you got it.
If
All right, so
reporters
I'm
start
starting to
snooping
get
around,
sleepy. My meds have kicked in. I'm going to
yeah.
bed. I gotta get up soon.
If
Later.
reporters start snooping around, we feed them the agency name, and that's basically the extent of it. But yeah, so there's that. That's one thing we should know about 2020 is it's more secretive. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. You have a good night. I am sleepy.
All right, later.
Bye bye.
And for our viewers, thanks for watching. I'm gonna plug and play some, Baldur's Gate 3. So don't go nowhere.